Welcome back to Movie Summary. Today we are diving into a film called Young and Beautiful. In part 1, we were introduced to Isabel, who started accepting money from old man in exchange for some action. She also observed her mom flirting with a friend of the family. One day during one of the love-making, the old man passes out unconscious. She tries to bring him back but it is not working. Isabel panics and falls on the ground, creating a wound on her face. She puts some cottons on the wound, then dresses up, takes the money looking at him, and leaves in a hurry. She goes to the subway. Later that night, her mum is helping her with the wound, and Isabel tells her she just fell in the shower. She puts an ice bandage on her face. Victor, her brother, is watching her. Months later, the police goes to meet the mom and tell her about Isabel. The mom is in disbelief when they show her footages from security cameras of the hotel. They reveal to her that her daughter is living a double life and is getting into action with old men for money. The mom thinks it must be a mistake. But then the police tells her that because she is 17 years old, she is safe and will be considered as victim from this old man, but they are investigating if she acts alone or connected to a network. The police is then in Isabel's room showing her mom her dirty photos on the website she gets clients. They then find the bag where she puts all her clients' money. A little later, Isabel and her friend Claire are getting out of high school. They arrive at her house where the tutor comes out saying your mom wants to talk to you. They find it strange. Isabel then gets home. The mom tells Victor to go to his room. She wants to talk to Isabel. She sits down. The mom tells her, "I know everything." Isabel tries to leave but the mom sits her down. The mom is so disappointed and yells at her that man is dead. Can you imagine? She starts hitting her while crying. She then calms down and apologizes to her daughter. Isabel then bursts in tears while both women hug each other. Victor is slowly listening everything. Isabel tells her mom that since that incident she stopped. Later that night, the family sits for dinner. After dinner, the mom is feeling so guilty, asking herself what did she do wrong. The dad says it's understandable because her daughter is beautiful. The mom asks, "What do you mean by that?" She gets angry. Tomorrow she has to go for her deposition. The dad suggests to send her to psychiatrist after. The mom adds that she removed all her phone and laptop. The next day, Isabel is telling what happened. A man followed her one day when she was leaving high school. The man gave his number and she called him back a week later. She then went to do the thing with him. At first it disgusted her, but with time she started enjoying it. The police then asks her if she will continue. She says she doesn't know, it was all an experience. She reminds her of the risks and danger of doing that. They also add that because she is 17, the money she made will be kept by her mother. That same night, the family is having dinner. And when the brother leaves, the mom tells Isabel about the psychiatrist, but she says she is not sick. She doesn't want to and says, "You can't force me." The mom gets mad, saying it's either this, or they will send her to a psychiatric hospital. Isabel then asks about her money. The mom wants to donate the money to a charity, but Isabel gets mad, insults them and leaves. The next day, the mom and Isabel are in a session with a psychiatrist. The mom doesn't understand how it happened as they always gave her what she wanted. Then the man wants Isabel to talk about her father, not the stepfather she has now, but her birth father. She says he got remarried and visits him regularly. Now the man wants her to come visit him every week. She asks how much. He says $70, but she wants to pay with the money she earned. The mom doesn't want to, but the psychiatrist says it's her money, she has the right to decide. Later, Isabel goes to friends of the family to watch their kids while they go out. They leave. Isabel then tries to go online, but there is a password. She inspects around the house. The couple then gets back and pay her for babysitting. Something feels odd from the couple. The lady then decides to drive Isabel back, refusing that Peter, the husband, does. In the car, Isabel asks if that's because you don't trust him. She also adds she knows her mom told her everything. Isabel then comes back home as the stepdad is there. She is very flirtatious with him. She tells him, "You remind me of one of the man I slept with." He changes expression, gets a drink and asks her what game is she playing. He asks her to be nicer to her mom. They start getting very touchy and the mom catches them, asking what are they doing. She sends Isabel to sleep. The mom is then crying of that fact it's her daughter and she disgusts her. She then gets out of the bed and goes to wake Isabel up. She suggests they both go to London and do shopping to have time together. The mom tells her, "Before we were so close, what happened?" The mom begs Isabel to tell her everything. Isabel then reveals that she knows the mom has an affair with Peter, the friend of the family. The mom acts surprised. Then says what's the difference even if that was true. Now Isabel scares the mom, who leaves. The next day, Isabel talks to the psychiatrist about how she enjoyed those experiences until the death of that guy. She actually liked him because he was nice. She reveals that she feels like she killed him. Another day at school, Claire cries because her first time was fast but then invites Isabel to a party. Claire then comes to take her as the mom worries. Isabel is then at the party drinking. She then steps out, a friend is also there to take some air. He offers her a cigarette. The guy wants to kiss her, she accepts. They kiss. She comes back inside with a smile on her face. Claire pushes her to dance. Isabel seems to finally start enjoying herself. Days later she hangs out with that guy, they kiss. Months later, Isabel is in her room making love to that guy. His name is Alex. Alex then goes downstairs eating with the rest of her family. Isabel is taking a shower. The parents seem to like him. Isabel then comes. Later in her room, she wants to be alone. She then announces to him that it's over between them. She says she doesn't love him. He is confused. He then leaves. The brother saw it and thinks he suspects something. Isabel goes back to her room, takes a new SIM card in her old job phone. She sees all the messages from old clients popping up. She then goes to a hotel. She meets with a lady. It's the wife of the old man who died. She wanted to meet the last girl her husband was with. She tells Isabel not to feel guilty. The wife admits she knew he was with other women, she didn't mind. She also adds that she thought about doing what Isabel is doing, when she was young. She then says she reserved the same room, will give her $300 like she used to with her husband, and wants her to join her in the room. They enter, she puts the money on the table. The wife is happy to family be in this room. She wants Isabel to lay next to her. Isabel is also happy to be back in this room. Isabel then falls asleep. When she wakes up, the wife isn't there anymore. Isabel feels great and the movie ends. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check our other movies summaries.